get into the horse massage portion of this. So she's got all of her equipment here.
All right, these are back on track warming boots. There's copper threaded all throughout these boots. I just like to, I won't do it for sake of time, but put them on the horse. He had them on for maybe 15 minutes on his front legs.
Okay.
This is pre-massage, just to get them nice and quiet and the blood a little closer to the surface. Same thing again, back on track, full body blanket.
Okay.
Use it on all horses, maybe 15 minutes before I start while I'm visiting with the client, learning what the ailments are.
Okay.
What's this? This is a board for shoulder release. We'll see if he'll allow me to quickly show you what this is for. Shoulders aren't attached by any bones, only tissue and muscle. So I like to, how does this go? Horses you don't take a horse's foot, they give it. So I'm going to set this here, and I'm going to ask him to stand on that in any way he can. Not all horses will, so due to pain or etc. And he'll stand on it maybe a minute or 2 or 3, and then he'll step off of it of his own free will. Or he won't stand on it at all. And you can see up here what that might do. And we know he's got an issue, so we'll try it one more time. Or maybe we'll go to the other side. Just try it, buddy. Just try it. During a real massage, which takes about 90 minutes, sometimes horses are relaxed enough by this time that he'll just stand on it. But he may not. He may be too tight. Okay. Can we try the other side?
Sure. Okay. And by the way, this is Angela. So she's an Oregon Tech graduate. She was in my class, this bio class, a couple of years ago and became a really good friend of mine. So she's out helping us today. She's doing horses and has a lot of experience. So I'm glad she was able to come out today.
See what it raises his shoulder blade on this side, his scapula on this side. Oh, buddy, there he goes. Can you get his scapula, Tricia?
Yeah, I'm coming over.
Quiet. What we're looking for is this right here is raised. Obviously, it's an inch higher. That's a stretch kind of that he can't do himself. And I can't really do as easy with his leg nice and straight, and hopefully he'll take some breaths and relax into that. And it's just a deep, deep stretch. Subtle but effective. See that gaposis there? That's nice. Gaposis is a medical term, you know.
Yes, we haven't covered that term. We kind of are sticking to the basics, but thank you. Everybody has to look that up now, right? And learn about that, because that's really interesting.
Okay.
So you just kind of let him hang out on that piece of wood until he wants to...
As long as he will.
Okay.
Yeah. This is a cold ball. We're going to pretend that he's got a sore shoulder. This is very, very cold. It's been in my freezer.
Yeah, that's freezing.
Okay. See if I can get it to roll here. Got to thaw out a little bit. Where's this go, buddy? Just is very cold. I keep it moving. That's one way. This lasts about 6 hours, so it's great for pre and post competition massages. I just bring it with me and can ice horses after they've run a reining pattern or a barrel race, etc., etc. That's kind of a bit of a massage in there. You get the idea. There's also, this is cryotherapy. Cryo is ice. Here's real ice.
Mm-hmm.
Touch that one too.
Yeah.
It's just ice.
Yeah.
She's weird.
Right.
Anyway, so this I like because it shows. I like this a little bit more than the stainless steel, just because it kind of shows the wet. And ideally, just like in humans, that's about right. It's about a minute or 2.
Okay.
This is great for low back pain. Just keep it moving. I like to go in a figure 8 pattern. Generally, I'm going a lot slower. Horses, again, that have worked hard, like to get the sacrum in there. They like the pressure as well as the cold. These membranosuses back here, these hamstrings, often are super tight. Ice brings blood flow, right? It constricts at first. You take the ice away, the cold away, and you get that internal flush with heat. That's where the magic of ice comes in.
Cool.
It's a cold laser, even though it's not ice. This is good for pressure points. It's a 1 laser. It's Vetra laser. It's a cold laser. All the light that we have around us, it's narrowed down into a beam. This one's got 3 beams. You never want to look at it with your eyes.
Okay.
So we're just going to focus. See, anyone have a cat? No. Oh yeah, wrong class. Anyway, so this one goes pretty deep. So that's what I like to use, just on the nuchal ligament.
Target areas.
Different target areas. Trigger points. There's a super hard trigger point. Feel this whole thing right here is like a brick. We already know this guy's got some neck issues. So there's 3 beams in this one. They're not on yet, only when I push this. So when I do his full real massage on Monday, this travels about 5 centimeters deep. So I would do this 5 or 6 minutes and really, really loosen that up with this laser. It just interrupts the tissue better than I can do here.
Yeah.
Okay, this is effective, but a little bit painful too if you sore.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we talked about some laser therapy with like dogs and cats too, especially dogs, and talked about the benefits. And so that's really cool that you're able to do this too.
Right. It's great for a wound too. If he had a big old fence wound down there, it brings blood flow visibly.
Yeah. Nice.
A lot of people have the misconception, you students don't, I'm sure, but his cervical spine is down here, not up here. If you were to give your horses a shot, it would be in this imaginary triangle here. Nothing but serratus muscles and ligaments and muscle mass here.
Yeah.
His cervical spine is right here.
Interesting. That's cool. I'm glad you pointed that out. I have a couple anatomy students in class, so they're going to appreciate that for sure.
There you go. Another cool thing. It's all cool. But these TENS units, he already had this done on his neck.
Yeah.
This is just a basic, kind of higher powered TENS unit. Same kind of thing as laser, only a little more broad.
Okay.
Interrupts the muscle tissue, increases blood flow.
Yeah.
With the different settings, you can do a little bit of a nerve block. For instance, right before a ride or a show or a trail ride on that lumbar spine and kind of block the nerves from pain if you must ride that day.
Yeah.
Okay. And I like the larger electrodes just for distribution and comfort for the horse. You know, those muscles are generally big, so I like those. So he had 4 of them on his left cervical spine up in those serratus muscles earlier before you guys all got here. All right, this is
this crazy thing.
Yeah, this is.
Maybe you could do my back after class.
Heck yeah.
Class. I mean, you know.
Heck yeah. So there's 5 settings on this. He's not been introduced to this yet.
So you do it kind of slow at first to kind of let him.
I do it super slow at first. I let him smell it. There's been other horses around it. They can see that. I started off on the low setting, rub him down with it first. I don't know that he'll take to it. We can try it if you want.
It's only if you want to. If you don't think it's necessary, we don't need to do it.
Probably not with him.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Probably
But that's
I'll
what you would use, huh? Okay.
Well, I would use my hands first to find the pain on him. But there's some horses that I can put this right on their jaw.
Yeah. Wow. Because they're just acclimated to it.
Work up to it too. I've got some hot packs that a lady made for me, so I heat those up in the microwave.
Nice.
And I can put them on, drape him around that neck in the back, put him on his lumbar spine, I've got some cream here that a lady made locally. There's CBD oil in here.
Nice.
Along with essential oils and whatever else she puts in. It's all natural. Takes a couple of hours for this to be effective, but
Okay.
it works. I have kinesio tape here.
Got a little goodie bag, huh?
Yeah,
Little bat.
Equitape. Well, that's
Is that when horses are bad or no?
a lot of people think
Right.
so. No, that's what this one's for.
Aha. There has to be some sort of a tool when you
Dana's
have
right
a bad
here. Don't
horse.
say that.
Okay, we won't do anything bad. The owner's here, so.
No.
Just kidding. Okay.
Equitape, just like for athletes. We tape muscles to support them. We tape muscles to increase circulation, you know, kind of separate the fascia, the hide from the muscle.
Yeah.
And always after a massage, I give Epsom salt in their grain, just a small handful, maybe a tablespoon, so that they increase their water intake, just like when we get massages. They say, drink water,
Yeah.
to flush the toxins out of our system.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Okay, and I'll show you how these little gadgets are used.
Okay.
Cisco's getting bored here.
I know we're almost done, and then you can go play or do whatever you need to. So she's introducing that first. To remember, the scent is a big thing with horses, so they want to smell it first and kind of
Eat it. Yeah.
give it a little munch, you know.
So trigger point massage is what I like. It's what I was trained in. So I'll have my hands all around the horse, and you can feel the muscle tension. That's basically a trigger point, if it's a muscle tension or a painful area. So we obviously do the general massage. We do pressure. I like this because it saves my hands. I use my elbows as well.
Yeah.
But we know there's a big area here. You can feel the difference in the tissue. You really have to quiet your mind. So we do 8 pounds of pressure for a few seconds, and we release, and blood flushes in there. We do 16 pounds of pressure for several seconds. Often I get my shoulder in there. We release. There's where the magic comes in. Flush, 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 circulation.
Yeah.
30 pounds of pressure. I did this with my thumb a few places on the other side, and he didn't like it, but he tolerated it.
Just like when you guys get a massage and it hurts so good.
Right. So there's an indentation there.
Yeah.
So that his blood's going to rush in there, take those toxins away through his lymphatic system, through his kidneys, out onto the ground. That's the
That's
big
the
and small
benefit.
of it all.
Yeah.
Getting rid of the toxins in his muscles, increasing his circulation, increasing his lymphatic flow, pain relief.
Yeah. Poor guy.
This is awesome for show horses. This doesn't look like much, but it feels really good. More for fascia, skin. So he's smelling it.
Oh yeah, I have one of those for my bad leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, magic roller.
Magic roller. Nothing fancy here. You get right up in there and push that tissue. Get it all. Get that lumbar. Good body mechanics when you're doing a massage. If I were to just do this, I wouldn't last a day. So I got my stomach muscles engaged.
It's a good workout. This is better than Pio.
Heck
Jeez.
yeah, well, nothing's better than Pio.
Well, yeah, that's true.
But see how that's really getting his tissue? Generally they like it. I can really get these semi-tendinosis and membranoses in there. And I'm pushing the tissue up towards that ischium and those bones. Pushing that tissue up there. How's that?
That's perfect. That was perfect. Thank you very much. Well, I guess we'll kind of conclude today's lab. So wanted to thank you very much for doing this for us, and always enjoy it. And I'm glad that we were able to get an arena and a horse. And thank you very much for letting us borrow your horse. We appreciate it. So that's the owner over there. Yeah.
Want any tendon stuff?
Sure. She's just going to talk a little bit about tendons, different things real quick, and then we'll stop.
Just as important as the muscles. Usually I can camp out right here And I pull these tendons up here, slow. Kind of another sign of health is if this synovial fluid is, I like to think of it as like Karo syrup consistency, not too chunky, not too flimsy. And I just go in between all these joints, increasing the circulation, a touch of distraction. I lift that tissue up there. There's no muscle from here down, it's just tendons and fluids. So see how those are kind of squishy, kind of stretchy, squishy, stretchy. And I go pull them up, pull them up, pull them up. That is also really important.
Okay.
Again, subtle but effective.
Yeah.
There.
Great. Well, thank you very much for adding that little part in. That's really fascinating, and a couple students were extremely fascinated how the horse only walks on one digit. It's the third digit, and so a lot of people honestly didn't know that.
Right.
But that was interesting just to kind of look at the leg and hear about the anatomy. So thank you for adding that in. But all right, well, we're going to conclude today's lecture. So you guys have a great Memorial weekend, and we'll see you later. Yes, thank you. Okay, hasta luego.